Hello, everybody. Wow. Let me know if audio seems alright. My mic looks like it's peaking, but I think all my settings are the same, so I really don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Just let me know. Welcome in, everybody. Happy Monday. Hi, Meep and Becca, the one. Serendipity, Gary. Welcome, folks. I like Skybound. I honestly don't think I've ever heard of that, where you are a spaceship. You are the spaceship? Interesting. Monopoly, that's a good call. Audio's good. That's fantastic news. Weird. Welcome in, everybody. Happy Monday. How am I doing? Honestly, doing pretty okay, I suppose. I'm pretty tired. But that's just part of my life lately, so you know what? We'll get through it. You crew the spaceship. Gotcha. Timac, welcome in. Yeah, so anyway, kind of tired. I got a sleep study coming up in August, because I can't sleep. And Dani says that sometimes I can't breathe when I'm sleeping either, so that's pretty interesting and scary. So we're gonna see maybe if we can figure something out about that. Did I not stream last Monday? No, I did not stream last Monday. It was just a long day, and I was like, you know what? I don't think I would be very entertaining or have a lot of fun. So I just I took the night off and I worked on a video instead. And actually, that's going to be coming out on Thursday. That's going to be some Echoes of the Plum Grove. Thought you missed it? Nope. I did. It was all me. If you're ever wondering about that, I'm honestly certainly don't have to, but if you're ever curious, I usually post when I'm about to stream over on my Discord. Actually, let's not go there quite yet. I don't have my camera hooked up because I'm just feeling kind of like a slug today. So give me one sec. I'll get into the game here. We are on Farming Farm, which is not even true anymore. Ludo is quality. I haven't heard that either. Mensch. I don't even want to take a crack at that. I'm sorry. Which is basically sorry, but German. Gotcha. Cool. Dani does... Oh, that's right. This is for something else. Dani does a game night. Stardew modding API. Can we get there? There we go. Dani does a board game night at the library that she hosts on the first Monday of the month usually. So I was just curious if anybody had something I haven't heard of, and that pretty much everyone has had a suggestion so far. Has been a game I've never in my life heard of, so other than Monopoly, I think I got that one under control. So let me take a look here and remind myself where we're at. We are at Foraging 4. We're all done with farming. We got our one stupid stinky fishing level from Willie. Actually, you know what? Can I set my No, that leveled me up. Oh, no. I was kind of hoping that would let me change it to be lower. Okay, well, one second. Teehee. That was not at all what I was hoping to see. I was positive I could just set my skill to 0, but apparently not. Maybe it rolls over. Maybe if you get up to 10 and you hit the button again, it takes you back down or something. I really don't know. Not sure why this stays here. Don't have the update yet. Yeah, it's coming down the pipe, I'm sure, but we don't have any timeline for it either. I played Let's Go to Japan. It was really fun. I've never heard of that either. Did Dani get the job at the library? She did. She did, which means actually another thing that'll happen is my stream night is going to change, and I'll post something about that on probably on the community page, but also on Discord. I believe we will be moving to Wednesdays. We do still have chickens. I kind of thought I got rid of the chickens. Huh. It must have been a different series. But yeah, she did. She competed against 2 other folks at the library. One of whom had their master's in library science, and one of them did not. And she got the offer. She's in her employment era. She has been employed for a while. So yeah, that's really exciting for us and for her. She is kind of at the point where we were thinking there might not be much more opportunity to advance unless she was willing to go back to school. I think I'll just like leave this stuff in here for now. I mean, it looks cute. We could just kind of let things grow in. I don't really need to harvest stuff just for the sake of harvesting it. So what the heck? So yeah, that was awesome. That was such an incredibly stressful time for her for like a couple of weeks, and to finally be done with it is very, very cool. She probably will not have to do anything like that again. I mean, there really are not very many more places she could move internally. So unless we decide to move, she's probably all done with interviews for a bit, which is very cool. Very, very cool. Job searching blows? Yes. I've talked about this enough that I probably shouldn't get into it too much because it'll just be boring for a lot of people, but her interview process it just blew my mind how much they expected. It was basically like, do like a work week's worth of work unpaid and then just hope that that's good enough to maybe like get a job. But like you can't actually do that if you don't already have a job. Like you can't spend 20 hours working on an application if you don't already have something paying the bills, because you need to pay the bills. So anyway, I've talked about that a lot, so I won't complain anymore because I'm sure it's old news to anybody that's in here. Pandemic is an amazing board game. I love Pandemic, but it is very stressful. Maybe that's why it's good though. We kind of need to get an axe upgrade. Let me see where I'm at in terms of like metal and stuff, because I don't think that we can do that right now. Oh, we could. We just got to get some cash. Because I do want to get into the secret woods. We need to start getting some hardwood. We're going to need that for mushroom logs. A comment that I got reminded me that I should not be selling my hardwood because we are going to need a lot of it for crafting. I was kind of struggling to think of what I might need that for, but that is such a good point. Those are some very juicy experience that we want to take advantage of, so or you need to take time off your bill-paying job to have the time for the interview and test. Yeah, exactly. It's like it's so prohibitive to the searcher. It puts you in a really bad position, which is kind of just like standard thing, As the employer wants the person to need the job, right? That makes sense. So I don't know. I'm done. I said I would be done. I think we kept the chickens so we can use the eggs for food and the greenhouse for recipes. That makes sense. I should just hand out eggs to people. I could not remember why I would want to keep that stuff around. But that is, that makes sense. Just wondering if you have any tips for new Stardew players. General tips, I suppose I would say. Am I missing something here? Oh. That's farming. I don't think we can take that 100 gold from farming. General tips, I would say take your time. As a new player, I would recommend not hopping out onto YouTube and finding like the most optimized way to do any particular thing, because you'll kind of lose a lot of the joy that you get from experiencing it for the first time. Or at least that's how I see it. That's not true for everybody. Another thing that I would recommend is don't start adding mods until you find a place where you feel frustrated. Or if you think like, I wish XYZ. There probably is a mod for it, but if you just run out and grab everything that somebody says like, these are the top 10 must-have mods for Stardew Valley, before you've like played through the game, you won't really know like what you are actually looking for, I guess, if that makes any sense at all. So, yeah, advice for new players, just enjoy it, honestly. That's such a lame piece of advice, but I don't think you should try to go out of your way to do anything unique. The game stands on its own without any kind of additional, like, I guess, modifications. Not that that stuff isn't awesome, because there are some really cool mods. You will find things that you wish were different about the game, and you can probably find a mod that'll do it. If you want to have a mod where you turn your farm into, like, Shrek Swamp, you can do that. I wouldn't recommend that for your first playthrough, but... Codename is always pretty fun and popular. I think we have Codename downstairs, and I've never played it. Oh, I should be doing more, like, around the map foraging. Dang. Maybe we'll just do that on Saturdays, just so I'm not wandering around all the time. Mega Bomb. Very fun. Okay, I don't think there's anything here we really need. Yeah, I don't think I'll go around the whole map every day. Maybe we'll try and make some time to do it tomorrow, though. And I'll hit the town today, since it's going to be closed up tomorrow. Eggs make great gifts. Yeah, honestly, they do. Fuse is stressful, but in a fun way. Plus, it's co-op. I do like co-op games. We're foraging. This is foraging. We can dig through the trash. That's foraging. You know what, Shane? I really don't care. In fact, here. You can have it. If you're so upset that I took it out of the trash because you wanted it, then you can have it. Did you forage Robin's axe yet? I don't think we did. We have not been very social. I don't know if I can actually get this done, but we can sure try. I don't know if there's going to be... I mean, there should be enough wood out in the world for us to get. Snuggle a pet while you play? That's fair. I don't know if that's advice for a new player. I think that's just good advice. Yeah, I don't think I'll go get Robin's axe if I didn't already. Let's look. Although maybe I should, since I'm doing another quest for her anyway. Robin's lost axe. You know what? Two birds with one stone. Stone. Whatever. We'll go grab that. What skills did we already do? All we have done so far is farming. We're at level 4 foraging so far. And then Willie gave me a training rod on summer 1st and leveled me up to level 1 fishing. So I guess technically we have some fishing experience as well, unfortunately. Hope the stream goes well. Thanks, Meep. Have a good one. Appreciate it. Queen Kaylin, hello. Welcome, welcome. Did not... Yeah, I saw Linus's basket up there. Maybe if we have a quest for him, I'll grab it at that point, but I think it'll stay there for now. If I'm going to be actually, like, trying to collect a bunch of wood, I should probably be leaving stumps, but that's so ugly. I just hate doing that anytime other than, like, the first several days. It just really bugs me. So yeah, anyway, I was starting to say earlier, I think we're going to be moving to Wednesdays. Probably be like the same time period, which is for me like 5-ish o'clock. I actually started a little bit late today because I have some terrible, terrible, terrible news. We got some great news in that Dani got her job, right? But very unfortunately, the remodel of my office is done. So I worked from the office today, which meant I had to drive home after work. It's very, very sad. I'll still be at home like 2 or 3 days a week, but I was really loving my home time, that's for sure. And being able to like get done at 4 and then spend a little bit of time with my dogs and have some food and then start up stream at 5 for me was just, it was awesome. But Wednesday is a dedicated home day for me, and it'll be Dani's new evening shift. So I think we will be doing Wednesday night streams, which the other kind of nice thing about that is that there aren't a lot of Wednesday holidays. I'm not traveling a lot on a random Wednesday. Like if we go for a weekend trip, a lot of the time we'll do like Saturday through Monday or Friday through Monday or like Friday through Sunday or something like that. So I think there will be fewer randomly missed streams, which is good. Consistency is always a good thing, not just for metrics, but also for me actually knowing what I'm doing in the game. Because if I go away for a couple of weeks, all of a sudden I come back and I'm like, where am I? What am I even doing, and why? And that's a pretty quick way for me to lose interest in a concept, which if you've been around the channel for a while, you might have noticed I'm awful at that. Be like, well, this concept was cool, but I'm gonna go do something else now, and it leads to a lot of unfinished projects, which is not good. So should be a little bit more consistency, so that'll be nice. All right, we got a lot going on here. Let's just go ahead and get another chest out here, I guess. What do I even want to put in there? These are foraging, so that's fine. I got a little bit nervous for a second, but those don't give me fishing experience. They didn't come from a crab pot, so that's fine. I think we'll sell those. Do I want to keep my actual forage? Maybe I'll just dump like resources in this other box. Actually, you know what? Let's take like actual forageables. Throw those over here for now. And I want to go ahead and just sell these off, but I do want to keep most of the other stuff. Hazelnuts can probably go, I guess. But I want to be... I'll save them for now. I actually don't... Does anybody know off the top of your head, can you throw hazelnuts in the dehydrator? I know there are... Or the preserve jar. I know there are things that you don't expect to be able to do that you can. Let's also trade in this ticket right away before I forget about it. I don't actually know that we'll get anything we can use out of this, but as long as it's just sitting in my inventory, I might as well. Not going to talk to Lewis, though. That is for sure. I think the first one is, like, seasonal seeds, I want to say. Like, broccoli or something for us. Well, not right now. Right now it'd be powder melon, huh? Nope, it's a tree. Great. I can't really do anything with that, but I will go ahead and, I guess, just throw it in the, Wow, tea very, very soon. I'll just throw that in the greenhouse. It can do its own thing. And then I think we call it, and we do a foraging loop tomorrow. We probably won't make Halloween. I don't see any point in that for this farm. I think we'll just do a foraging loop, get some more wood. I should go grab Robin's axe as long as I'm thinking about it and before I forget. Do you have some food I can take with me? Some trash bread? Fantastic. Excellent. Yeah, I guess that's about it, huh? Excited to get to the point where we have mining also and I can just clean this place up. Yeah, I don't want to look up where I need to put things, but I don't think that was a good plan. However, I mean, I can just let it grow there. Doesn't really matter because once it's fully grown, we can just get our seed back. Well, we can get our seed back at any point, I guess, but... Let us go grab Robin's axe, get a little bit more wood, then we'll call it a day. Also going to take that. And I'm going to get this. I'm going to be back down here tomorrow, aren't I? I don't know why I'm doing this now. I could have just waited. Lots of forage, though. You found a lost axe. Dang, there really is a lot down here. In year 3 of my 1.6 playthrough, and I'm trying to beat Abigail at the egg hunt. I usually go almost always to the left and then down and follow the river to the right and then up through kind of the graveyard area and around the side of the saloon and up toward the Molnar house, I want to say. I could not do it with my eyes closed, but I feel like I'm not far off. Oh, the egg hunt is I guess I've done them a few times. Saw a map and it did not help. Had to watch videos of routes. Yep, that's my tried and true. I always, from the start, go left. There's one above Jody's house. Well, there's one straight to your left, I want to say. There's one above Jody's house. There's one in the bottom left corner. There are some mixed in the cemetery area. There's one on the bridge going south toward the beach. There's a couple among the bushes. And then if I'm feeling really spicy, sometimes I can make it all the way up to, I think there's one right by a trash can somewhere. If I were doing it, I would know, but... They get changed after year 1. Yeah, but they go on a 2-year cycle, right? Am I correct in remembering that? So on year 3, they're back to year 1. Or is that not the case? I very well could be wrong. I feel like we should just start carrying eggs around with us every day, but then I'd have to like interact with the villagers, so maybe I don't want to do that. But we do have a lot. I'll just take these with me. You know what? We can be friendly. We don't have to go out of our way to go find someone, but if we do happen to run into them, I suppose we could at least say hello. Clear this out a little bit. Just making some space. Kind of want to let most of this stuff grow back in. I'm going to end up stubbornly resetting year 2 when I get there. You'll be fine. It's only 8 eggs. Just a little bit of practice, right? The only problem with that, my biggest frustration with practicing egg runs is waiting until 9 a.m. significantly worse than actually doing the egg hunt is waiting for the eggs. Or even worse than that, actually, is if you are not, like, automated yet, doing all of your chores and then losing in the egg hunt and being like, man, do I really want to do all of my chores again? Ugh. That's kind of a year one problem, I guess, usually. Unless you have a lot of animals. Okay, let's see. We have 3,185 gold here today. I am nowhere near the amount of money we're going to need for our next upgrade, huh? Wait, no. I'm thinking ahead of myself. We're actually not too far off. Okay, never mind. If we just sell... I mean, let's see. We could sell through... I mean, I have a lot of stuff just sitting there. I just kind of wanted to keep it, like... It would be nice to be able to process the blackberries or whatever, or mushrooms, but we could probably sell through most of that stuff and get exactly where we need to be, get our steel axe upgraded, and then start getting some hardwood every day. And that's, like, significant experience. Not to mention the amount of energy we'll save for cutting down 100 trees. So maybe I'll do that when we get back home. I'll go up north first. No, I'll sell some stuff when we get home and then head up. Actually, I should just wait, shouldn't I? So yeah, I'll drop off my stuff. We'll go up north. We'll see what other kind of forage we can get, just in case there's anything I can dehydrate. And then let's try and get some cash here today. Always down to pet my rabbits again. They're not going anywhere. Hopefully. But it can take so long after a couple of failed attempts that I get a little bit discouraged, personally. Okay. What do we have? We have to have enough mushrooms by now, right? We do, yeah. I'm going to hang on to Robin... There we go. I'm going to hang on to Robin's axe just for now. I'll hand that over if we complete the resource rush. Which we could probably do, right? What are the main ways to make money with foraging? We have not been making very much money lately. Harvesting forageables has been good. Once I can get some mushroom logs up, I think that'll be pretty huge. If we had pigs, we could get truffles, which would also be pretty fantastic, but that's also like a significant amount of money away from where we're at. And I would argue that upgrading like the barns and everything feels a little bit weird when we're focused on foraging. I mean, I understand that, yes, it gives foraging experience. But we're not really, like, I don't know, we're not really focused on animals right now. We're kind of in maintenance mode with them. So, I don't know, maybe we'll do that at some point, because that would be a huge chunk of change. And if we could get the barn upgraded at some point during the winter, by springtime, the pigs would be grown and ready to start producing. But again, we would need a lot of money for that. Compared to where we're at least. Oh. Wish the blackberries were worth more in dehydrating. Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's barely even worth it to save them to chuck them in there. But any increase in value is an increase in value, and We'll take basically anything we can get at this point. Foraging might not have been the best skill to move into, but I just couldn't stay on that farm with all of the twigs and everything anymore, you know? I was just going a little stir crazy, I guess. And then I guess bus stop, we can still check that. Could grab Linus's basket, I suppose, and just throw that in a box for now. We can take that over to him tomorrow. Hello. Hey. Here you go. Oh, okay, never mind. She does not want my egg. My biggest apologies. All right. Berry basket for Linus. We'll save that. Someday we might be doing a quest for him, like clean the waters or something, and if we do, then we'll hand it back over to him. For now, though, let me take a peek at what all we have here. This can go in here. Yeah, these are just so, like, I almost just want to eat them and use the energy to cut down trees. But I really do need some cash. Candyland? I haven't played Candyland in a hot second. Plum, mushroom, hazelnut. All of the hazelnuts can go. I don't think that was going to be enough. Maybe we can dump the chanterelles? Honestly, you know what? Everything must go. It's a fire sale. Get it out of here. If I am ever going to get to the point where I can get into the secret woods, I need this money, like now. So, let's just do it. This is some good music to come on while I'm making an important decision also. Oh. It's my favorite because my grandmother used to play it with me when I was super young. That's awesome. It's kind of how it is a lot of the time. A lot of my favorite, like, I guess, like, retro games. I have a lot of older games that I love. Not because, I don't know, maybe I would love them if I started playing them today, but I mostly love them because it reminds me of, you know, playing them in the basement with my dad and my sister and my mom. Where are we at on Robin's quest here? We got 2 days left, and I do not have a lot of energy. We might be eating eggs to get through this quest. Which I guess is kind of fine. Like, we saved them, or we kept the animals around to make use of their, like, products. I might as well actually do that, right? So time to munch and crunch. Yummy, yummy. Delicious eggs. That's a lot of energy, though. You may be surprised to hear this, but I don't often eat raw eggs in Stardew Valley, so I guess I never really realized how much energy they give. I must not have my audio randomized. I don't think I usually hear back-to-back Prairie King music. Well, that'll be nice. It'll be good to be potentially getting double... Should we do that? I feel like we have to. Botanist is just so good, right? And I don't really plan on selling a lot of wood. I mean, I could, but why would I? I'll think about it. I'd be very surprised if I could think of a reason to not go for the double forage, though. That just, it's always such a gimme. It's one of those choices where it's not really a choice because one of them is correct most of the time. How do you get to Ginger Island? We won't. But if you're asking, like, generally, how would one, like, just in the course of the game? Once you finish either the community center or the JoJo development forms, Willie will have some tasks for you to do, and they will, I mean, it's just one task. It's fixing something, and that will culminate in you heading to Ginger Island. So you just got to play through the game, basically. And when Willie says to come to the shop, you come to the shop. Okay, we got to be, what, in the 600s or 700s now? 730, excellent. No. I don't want to shake the shrub. I just want to eat this one egg. Yeah, I really would like to get that steel axe. This takes forever. But we'll get a little bit of cash out of this too, which will be nice. I think that'll go a long way, because obviously, as you guys are seeing, we are not making a ton of money from forage. What do you guys think? Is it? I think it's fair that we are doing a quest. You know what? I'm not even going to ask, because I have before not taken quests off of the board when they weren't relevant to my skill, like intentionally. So I don't have any problem with this. We're going to do a quest that is all about foraging. We're going to get paid for it, okay? Hey, Merritt. Hey, Lana Lou. Immunity Band. Haven't even finished the CC. My favorite is the Iridium Band. That if I get one of those in a fishing chest early, that is cause for celebration in my book. Maybe I'll just drain the rest of my energy here, and then we'll call it. We'll go to bed here. Get ready for the last day of fall. And look at all the progress we've made. Our farm looks like a bit of a nightmare. We do have some chickens, and more importantly, we have a silo now. So our chickens will actually, like, we have a place to store the food for them, instead of having to carry it around in our pockets. Which, honestly, is more, like, space efficient anyway, so I don't know. Okay, 11:50. Pretty good. We actually got, like, a full day's worth of work today. That never happens. I'm always going to bed early. Let's go ahead and sell this. What are you doing here? Tomato's trying to sleep. I'm sorry, Tomato. I don't think that that's the best place for you to be sleeping, but... What year is it? Yeah, it is still just year one. An explosion was heard in the night. Yeah, we gotta go gather her. We have to. Having the greenhouse in year one would be amazing. Well, the thing is, we're doing just one skill at a time, so I did nothing but farming first, and then we bought the JoJo development form for it. So it's not like we completed the community center. Oh, nice. We got another mushroom tree coming in. It's not like we completed the pantry, right? But usually this is actually about the time I'm trying to wrap up the community center anyway. It's nice to, if you can, it's nice to get the greenhouse done right around the time that your first pumpkins are coming up. And then you have a little bit of time to use a seed maker to make winter seeds out of like winter root that you can find in the mines. And then you can turn those into all the rest of the winter forage you need, because that's usually like the last thing that I'm waiting on. Assuming that I've gotten, what are the other things that are usually troublesome? A Nautilus shell. But if you, there's a few ways to get that. You can befriend Demetrius and then just reset on just whatever random morning he sends you a letter in the mail with a gift. Nautilus shell is one of the things you can get from him. Got our meteorite, very cute. Red cabbage can be very frustrating if you forget to check the box, which I pretty much always do. I feel like I just looked in here yesterday, but I suppose I'll do it again, just in case. In fact, I'm pretty positive I did. Yeah, I did. That's fine. Let's go ahead and pop up to Robin's real quick, and you know what? Maybe should I just drop off my axe today too while I'm out and about? I think I will. I think I shall. 2,500 gold. That's like half of what we had in our pockets. That's kind of embarrassing. But you know what? I'll take it. Also, definitely gotta get the recipe for artichoke dip. I forgot your axe. Well, I guess I'll hang on to it. Okay, yeah, I'll sell that. Digging it out of the ground feels like foraging, huh? I don't know why I came up here, because I didn't bring your axe, so sorry about that. That other quest is more farming. Giant stump, we're not probably going to do that for a little bit. Always forget when the fish that you need spawn. That is fair. There is a mod that I used to use in 1.5 that I don't use quite as much anymore, but I have started to add it back into the rotation. That's called Fishing Info Overlays, which is really nice. When you are carrying your fishing rod, you'll get a little bar on the top left of your screen that shows... Oh, fishing quest. That shows what fish you could catch right now, what is the % chance that you would find a specific one. It tells you how much bait you have left. It shows a bar for your... or how many uses of your tackle you have left, that kind of stuff. Mixed flower seeds. Very much not foraging. Do I need to do much of anything else today? Get my upgrade in, and then that might be it, huh? Oh, I just got 2 clams. Already paid for itself. Extra 50 gold. Let's go. Hello, I need you to do some work for me. I need to get into the secret woods like ASAP, so you want to go ahead and knock that one out for me, buddy. Let's check the traveling cart. I really don't think at this point that there's going to be anything that she has that I want. I maybe could have bought that Mega Bomb from last time, but I don't know that I would have gotten much use out of it for a while anyway. But we'll check. And then we'll be off into winter. I think the fact that we did not cut down trees for so much of this first year means there will actually be a fair amount of trees on the map still, but mostly I think we'll just be going, we'll clear we'll clear everything out, and then it'll probably just be like daily trips to the secret woods after that. Okay, what do you have for me? Cloth, shrimp, cheese, nothing. Well, pancakes would increase our foraging level, but that's not really that helpful, if we're being honest. I mean, if we hit level 10 foraging and ate some pancakes, we'd be at 12, and then we could get an extra salmon berry in spring. But, like, do we actually care about that? So, That's fine. We'll skip it. You guys have been fed. We might as well close these. I suppose I should buy some heaters, huh? I guess I will. Merritt, thanks for stopping by. Have a good one. Okay. This is not a good use of our money, but it is the right thing to do. Oh no, they're 2,000. I forgot about that. You know what? I'm buying these for the chickens. The chickens can pay for them. There we go. Call me a cheater, a rules breaker. I don't even care. The chickens can pay for their heaters with their own eggs. I think that is completely fair. All right, little guy. Guys, little with an S. There's that. Oh, you haven't even been fed? Who forgot to feed you? We should maybe consolidate these into one coop and upgrade it so it's got an auto feeder. That would be much more convenient. Hey, Autumn, welcome in. Happy to see you live again. Thank you so much. Appreciate you stopping by. What am I doing? What am I doing? Nothing really. Let's drop those off, get rid of our resources, and I'm just going to go ahead and sleep for a couple of days until the axe is done. I don't really care to make a quick, like, winter foraging loop on day one. We're not trying to knock out the community center or anything, so... And I'll hang on to these. We'll eat them later. Forgot to give the other chickens their heater. Oh my gosh. It's one thing after another, you know? I give them the food. I forget about the heater. All right, they should be good now. And then I should maybe just load up my pockets with hay. There's that. Crystal, hello, hello. Welcome in. Okay. Winter is finally upon us, and we have, I mean, not the perfect skill for winter. In fact, probably not even, probably the second to worst one, actually, now that I think about it. Farming would be probably the worst if we did not have animals. New type of chest, awesome, stone chest. Don't really have access to stone, but I appreciate the recipe. Oh, we could go dig up the beach every day. That's not very fun, but it would be a lot of resources. Potentially quite a bit of money. That's worth thinking about. If we get to a day where we're really bored, maybe I'll do that today, actually, since I don't have my axe yet. Did I? Oh, okay, there it is. Yeah, let's go rip up the beach real quick. I feel like we just did that looking for clay not too long ago. Elliot's probably, like, absolutely terrified at this point. Just anytime he looks out his front door, there's, like, a 50-50 chance that this weird guy in a fedora is just tilling the dirt outside his, like, front yard, basically. But you know what? Oh, yeah, I guess we could grab the magnifying glass. As long as we're out, we can get some secret notes. I don't think that really is going to do anything helpful for us, but I might as well. I mean, there's no reason I shouldn't get them. All right, little friend. I actually have never even really been in the mines, so there is probably no way I would be running after this creature that I would probably be very, very scared of if we're being real with ourselves. Rebecca, hi there. Thanks for going live. Never caught one of these before, so I'm happy to be here. Welcome in. Thanks for stopping by, Rebecca. Appreciate ya. All right. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Exciting. What's this? Choose one. Juicy bugs. No. or paleontologist. Also, no. Both of those are more like combat, unfortunately. That could potentially be a way that we make some decent cash with combat, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it. It's days like this where you start to miss clay farming a little bit. And I don't even like clay farming. All right, fantastic. We have found 4 so far. Oh, I should open up the tide pool. I have so much wood. What am I don't need to be sitting on all of it. We should be reinvesting that. Beautiful, beautiful. I think this is already, this is a very sad thing to admit, but I think this has already been one of my most profitable days since we switched over to foraging only. If we just sell all of this stuff. Feels a little bit dirty. Oh my gosh. So what do we have? We have almost 1,000 gold today. Just being a little bit of a Nimrod. Autumn, thank you for the super chat. Just happy to be here and listening to you play this amazing game. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much, Autumn. I really appreciate that. Can you grow winter foraging seeds on your farm? We could. The problem with that is we don't have the recipe for winter forage. Like winter seeds, and I can't really reasonably afford the stuff I would need to make a seed maker right now either. And since we did Joja and not the community center, we did not get a free seed make, or sorry, we did not get free winter seeds. I think do you actually get a seed maker also? I want to say from like Emily or something. So I would have to just continue to level up in foraging in order to get that recipe, because I can't just get them easily. Never did clay farming, but I've seen videos on how much early money can be made from it. Yeah, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you feel about clay farming, the algorithm that just determines where items can be found in the dirt was updated with 1.6. So if you don't use the legacy version of that code, you cannot do clay farming the exact same way. So you can't just find an item and then move 2 spots to the right and 1 spot up, or I want to say that's what it was. It might have been 1 to the right and 2 up. I honestly don't remember. But either way, you can't do it anymore. It just does not work that way unless you're using the legacy version. To answer that other question, Autumn, no, I picked mushrooms. The reason we picked mushrooms is because I wanted a dehydrator. Not necessarily even for the mushrooms. I mean, the mushrooms they're great. They're kind of whatever, actually. But mostly, I can't do this, can I? No. Mostly, I wanted the dehydrator. Actually, I was about to say I should be making, like, pickles and jam and stuff, but you get that recipe for the preserves jar through farming, so maybe we really shouldn't be doing that. Hoe upgrade? I don't really have enough money to be upgrading my tools, unless I can really get some significant benefit from it. Upgrading the hoe would let me till up 3 tiles, but it wouldn't actually be faster than just tilling up 3 tiles with animation canceling, you know? How else are we going to get pigs before spring without farming for clay? I don't think we're getting pigs with at all. Like, just full stop. I don't think that we are going to get pigs. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stop trying to get some money. Like, especially now, once we get our upgraded axe, being able to get into the secret woods is going to help us get a lot more experience. And I don't know that I can... I don't think I have any hardwood yet, but... Oh, we have a little bit. But we have enough moss like, to at least once we get more hardwood to make 27 mushroom logs. Like, that is going to be good. You know what I mean? So, can we use the preserve jars to upgrade the house? You know, we were talking about using the, like, farming or, like, general purpose money for things that aren't related to a development form. So maybe we'll do those, like, in between. Would that kind of make sense? Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, that's not terrible. So we do a whatever. Like, right now we're working on foraging, right? And then once we finish foraging, we can use whatever skills we want for a different thing, like a house upgrade. And then after that, we go to, I don't know, maybe mining after foraging. And then once we finish mining, we do another house upgrade. I think it's all coming together. It desperately, deeply too late, like way after the series started, am I kind of making decisions about how to run the game. But I do actually think that makes sense. Also, let's just go ahead and get those and this. And what else do I want to get in here? Well, it looks like I don't have a lot of choices. Oh, wait. Powder melon. I'm not growing anything outside right now. Maybe we'll do that later. But even though they could be outside, I'll just throw them in there. There was a perfect amount of them. I don't actually want to carry this stuff around, though. Was listening in and missed the question of the day. We have the Archer-themed copy of Love Letter that is much loved as a quick pickup game. I have no idea what that is. But when you say Archer, do you mean like phrasing Archer? Like the spy? Or is it something that I don't recognize? Got it. Understood. Put the dehydrators by my greenhouse and grow trees inside, and then making the section next to it an orchard. That's cute, yeah. I think the free dehydrator is a big draw for me to picking the mushrooms, because I usually pick fruit bats just because I, for one, I'm a little bit of a gambler when it comes to the fruit, which is only partially true because I usually end up having to plant trees anyway, just to be 100% sure. But it sure is cool when you can get them. And second, I like that if I forget about the fruit for a while, it's not really a big deal. They just kind of build up until you make it over there next time. Whereas with the mushrooms, I always feel a little bit guilty if I stop in there after like a week and a half and I'm like, well, that was a lot of mushrooms that I missed. Thinking, since you said the chickens pay for the coop upgrade, can't we use other farming options? Yeah, I think we should. I think we should. But I don't think I'll do it quite yet. I think I'll do it after we finish, because I don't want to have to figure out what money is coming from where, if that makes sense. Like, I want to finish whatever we're going to do with Joja for foraging, which foraging is the crafts room, which is the quarry bridge, right? So I think we'll do the quarry bridge first, and then we'll use all of our skills combined to, all two of them, to pay for... Oh, I didn't bring any eggs with me. Well, you can't have my cookies. I need those. Sorry. We'll use all of our 2 skills combined to pay for our house upgrade. I like that. Hey, Kenna, welcome in. 16 months. No way. That's wild. It's always a little bit humbling to see those numbers crawl up into the double digits and into the multiple years. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, let's get in here, finally. There's also combat in here later, which could be kind of nice, but for now is going to be kind of really annoying. Excuse me. Excuse me. Where the heck does the time go? I don't know. I don't know. No, I hit it. Don't worry, I didn't get any experience, so I think we're good. Jack be nimble, Jack be thick. That book gets me every time. How could he name it that? Leave me alone, I'm gonna die. This is not a good premonition of what doing mines without combat is gonna look like. I tried to time that and did absolutely the worst possible job I could have. Waited until the exact second he was jumping to break that stump. He knows what he was doing. I know, I just... Now every time I see it, I just giggle a little bit. Jack be nimble, Jack be thicky. Hey, get out of that tree. Where do you think the squirrels go when they hop into a tree and then you cut it down? Because that squirrel did not just fall out of that tree. Playing one of those hidden object Final the Cats games, just got mad at the trash can for not opening. When Dani and I are traveling, we will often find ourselves playing the... if we're flying, we'll find ourselves playing the little games on the TVs, and there's always like hidden objects ones. And I always feel so dumb when I'm playing those and I miss something. Let's see, we got this from... I haven't read that yet, have I? Let's just save that until we get to combat, I guess. Anyway, yeah, I always just feel really... a bit slow, I guess, is the best... I just feel not very intelligent when I'm playing those games. Especially when I get things wrong and then I'm looking at it and I'm like, wow, yep, that sure is right there. Hey! Last time I was messing around with these, they didn't have an outline yet. We'll put them right there, so they're right by the mushroom trees. What was the first skill we mastered? Yeah, Crystal was right. It was farming first, and if you missed that, it was disgusting being on the farm because I couldn't chop down any trees, and you may notice we have a lot of stone like in our crop area. Well, there were also logs and stumps and trees and everything there too, so it's like wandering around trying to water pumpkins while avoiding accidentally harvesting moss from trees. It was a nightmare, but it's done now. You have to bring a lot of crops to the mines. Oh god, that kind of hurts my eyes. The good thing about mining is, like, when I was in the secret woods just now, I was getting kind of worked over by slimes, but in the mines, I don't necessarily need to, like, harvest one particular tile. Like, I don't have to keep coming back to where the slimes are. I can run away from them. I actually spend a lot of time running away from enemies in the mines at lower levels anyway. It doesn't work as well once you get to higher levels and the game has expected you to be scaling your HP and you haven't been, but the other thing is we can get a lot of experience without necessarily having to, like, let me think about this. So if we get to level 81 of the mines, we can get a ton of experience just by resetting. You know what I mean? And that just means running and hiding until we finally get somewhere. And then just getting the mining experience and, like, selling gold would be, I think, totally okay. Not very exciting, but listen. If you thought any part of this run was going to be exciting, you were very wrong. You know what? Actually, I think for the rest of the day, I should probably focus on hardwood, just so that I can have as many mushroom logs going on the same cycle as possible. I do prefer to be able to just run down the line and harvest everything in one shot, so maybe we'll just try and do some of these first. Also, this is going to be the best experience for me. It's too bad that we don't have an upgraded pickaxe yet, or we could go get the garbage book out of the town. and find better trash. That would be exciting and pretty on brand. You always choose the most mind-numbing, grindiest challenges. You can say that if you want, but if you're going to say that, then you need to spend some time over at Argon Matrix's channel. Because I am, like, but an apprentice at mind-numbing challenges. Argon is truly the master. Like, checking the garbage every single day for, like, multiple years trying to find a cactus fruit. Like, that's out of my I can't do that. I just can't. But yeah, I usually do pick something that normally you wouldn't want to do. Because it makes me do strange things. They're not always wise. They're not always interesting. I don't always enjoy them. And that's the end. That's the end of that sentence. There's no but. Got some good hardwood today, though. Look at that. Gonna have enough for 7 more of those babies. You love to see it. I don't know that we'll get up to 8 unless there's a log that I'm missing somewhere. That sounds terrible. Yeah, it would be, except you get to spend time with Argon, who's one of the greatest human beings on Earth, so... Fortunately, it's actually not terrible, but playing that would be, in my experience. Or opinion, rather, I should say, because I've never had that experience. Do we get mining experience from the quarry? We could level up mining from our foraging reward. Yes. Is this a mushroom tree? No. It's a stump. Got it. Anyway. Yes, we do get mining experience, but not quickly enough for my taste. Streams are so cozy. Yeah, exactly. Argon is good, people. All right, we did actually get up to 80 hardwood on the nose, so man, that is a lot of mushroom logs. That's awesome. I'm really, really excited for that. This is like the actual step 1 of making money with foraging, I think. Oh, and I had 4 more in there, huh? So let's do just something like this, I guess. Sure, whatever. Beautiful. And you know what? I'm actually going to go ahead and plant these mahogany seeds. And don't really need a watering can at this point. So yeah, off to bed. And we did hit a level. So level 6 foraging, what does that bring us? Wild seeds for fall, which is a bummer. We just left fall. Lightning rods. That would be kind of nice to have, except we'll never get bat wings, not for a million years. And then the warp totem for the beach, which is completely useless on this run. Cool. Thought the reward for mining was the quarry upgrade from Joja. From mining, you get the mine carts, right? So I'm just sticking to the list that they gave us, I think, unless I in the past said otherwise, which is very possible. I'm not the most consistent person in the world. You may have noticed. You grow fall forage in the greenhouse? That is true. That is true. I don't think I saved any of it. That would have been a very wise thing to do. That's why I didn't. Hey, Shenanigans, welcome in. Welcome back from vacation. Sorry to hear it. Pour one out for Shenanigans, back from a 2-week vacation. Feed the chickens? You got it. Aye, aye, Captain Poppy. Anyway, yeah, let's see. A mushroom, a wild plum, a hazelnut, and a blackberry. I'm almost positive I didn't keep that stuff. That I really should have. If I would have been thinking ahead. We'll have to keep that in mind for winter here, that we want to save at least a little bit of everything. so that we have options come spring, or just whenever we hit foraging level 8, honestly. Looking beautiful in here, as always. I think I have enough mushrooms to dehydrate more again. This will be kind of nice, too, because we're actually leaving these. Yeah, I definitely did not. So we would need a crocus, a crystal fruit, a snow yam, and a winter root. Winter root, crocus, crystal fruit. So we just got to make sure we hang on to at least one snow yam. But for now, let's do our foraging, our hardwood gathering for the day. I think this is going to be what we do for the next month, honestly, is we got to get the experience from the hardwood every day. It's what, like 150 experience? How many logs are in there? 6? More? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? 125 experience? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there are 5, but now I'm second guessing myself. For some reason, I thought there were 6. Oh, there are 3 up here. Okay, sweet, yeah. Excuse me, don't mind me. Still sad you have to go back to work? I would be too. You had a taste of freedom. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone, slimes. So, like, in the mines, I wouldn't care. I would just be running away from those guys. I don't really need to worry about the finite amount of hardwood I can get a hold of every day. Favorite board game? I've played a lot in my days, but I really enjoy Wingspan. Dani keeps bringing up Wingspan and saying that we have to play it, and I haven't. I think they have it at the library, so we could like check it out probably. But I have not gotten around to it. Right now we have a game called Tokaido downstairs that I also have never played, that we were definitely going to play this weekend, but then Dani got sucked into The Sims. And I was working on a video, so it was totally fine. I'm not throwing shade or anything. But we were going to play that this weekend, and that just didn't happen. Lauren just dropping by and dropping out. COVID got me hard. My God, Lauren. When does it end? I hope you feel better. Cannot for the life of me figure out how to play Wingspan. I've never even opened the box, so I not that I have it, but haven't even looked at it. It doesn't, I feel. It does seem that way. I really do hope you start feeling better, Lauren. That sucks. Let's do it this way, actually. Kind of, at this point, wish we would have done the Four Corners farm, because we would have had a little bit of, like, everything every day. It wouldn't have been very helpful most of the game, but it would be kind of cool to represent, like, the different aspects of our skills. That being said, when I started this, I planned on doing only farming and then starting a new farm, so I guess kind of makes sense why I wouldn't do that. I saw this. I saw it and then immediately left my head. Have the Stardew Valley board game, but haven't had a chance to play it with anyone. There is, if you have some friends that would play games online, there is a version of it in Board Game Simulator that actually runs really well. I played that with Blade and King Nublet and Matthew McCleskey once. I think it was McCleskey, wasn't it? Had to be. Had to be. It's the only one that makes sense. And we had a good time. The biggest problem with that game for us was that we were dumb. Mostly probably me, but but that was a lot of fun. The Stardew Valley board game is very fun. It can be really... I don't know if it's like a balance issue or just a luck issue, but it feels like sometimes I will get on a roll and have no problem, and other times playing that game will feel like there's just not even a chance. Like, we couldn't possibly have won. What do we got? We got 13 energy left. Sure. Beautiful. You know what? I'll go negative. Oh, I didn't even. I'm at 0. Huh. Cool. I think I'll do another log just so that they're like even, and then maybe I'll... No, I can't afford to be picky. I need to be getting mushroom logs out here every day that I can, I think. No, stay with me. Stay with me. We'll make ourselves a nice little row of mushroom logs. Lots of common mushrooms, which honestly, that's fine. Better than getting red mushrooms, so. If we're going to preserve them, that is. Stardew RNG in a board game? Maybe. It's a bummer that these take a little while, and that it's, that we don't have our upgraded coop. Honestly, maybe that is what we do next. Instead of upgrading the farm, is demolish... Well, upgrade a coop, demolish the other one, move everybody in together, and get it up to a... like a deluxe coop. So that if I want to spend a few days sleeping, I can. Dehydrate mushrooms? Yeah. Yep. The dehydrator you can use for mushrooms and fruit. Love the forest farm? Me too. The forest farm might be my favorite. Love picking up flower and picking berries in the game so much. It's very rewarding, especially because of the audio. Did we do this yesterday? This is why I don't like getting the mushroom cave, because I cannot for the life of me remember. So I'll try and remember. We go in there on odd numbered days. But then I'm going to miss one at some point, and then I'm going to be like, did I go? Well, no, it's an even numbered day, so... And then I'll just get down on myself. You know how it goes. Hey, where are we at anyway? We are at 1,060 experience to the next level. We're actually kind of cruising. Like, we are making really good time in foraging. Foraging is always either my last skill or my second to last skill with combat, but I think we're actually doing very well here, so very pleased with that. Very much cruising. Thank you, thank you. The audio for it scratches. It really does. Oh, I don't think so. I think picking blueberries is one of the most satisfying things I've experienced in a video game, primarily on the back of the audio. Like, it just feels good. Doing the 5 ways mastery in the same order, I honestly am not sure if I will continue it into mastery. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word mastery after saying it, but I think once we finish, I might be ready to move on and do something else. We'll see. We'll see where I'm at. So, and it might feel a little bit similar, because what I'm considering doing next is actually very conceptually similar, and that would be doing the community center, but one room at a time. Maybe I need to do something in between so it doesn't feel too samey and get kind of boring. But I think that could be kind of fun. I'm just not sure, like I said, if that would be like too samey, if it's going to feel like, hey, we literally just did basically this. So we'll see. Maybe I'll toy around with some other ideas. There's always something. I would also love to do like a big modded series. Like, start getting some... Like, I use a few mods. I have a mod list that's pretty standard for my day-to-day playthrough. So I would be interested in expanding that out and seeing what other kind of stuff is out there. Or, like, doing an expanded run. I've only played through like 3 weeks of Expanded ever. I was actually about to start working on an Expanded, like long, like 100 days type video, and then Concerned Ape was like, hey, 1.6 is coming out in like a month and a half, and I was like, well, that's not enough time. So I just shut that down. So we could always do something like that. That'd be fun. Problem with that is I'm very inefficient when I play on stream compared to when I can like sit down with my notes and be like incredibly, deeply, unsettlingly nerdy about it. And I kind of like to feel, this is very selfish of me, but I kind of like to feel like I'm good at the game when I do those really big, expansive playthroughs. I don't mind looking like a little goober when we're just like, oh, I'm just going to use one skill at a time. If I forget stuff and I have to make 100 trips into town, and I don't really care. Cute. Sometimes you'll find the dish of the day behind the saloon. Some garbage can info for us from our dear friend Linus. You're going to continue the most recent 100 Days series? Probably. So right after that one came out, I got like really, really sick. And I've kind of been sick off and on. I've talked about this a few times, but not in a lot of depth. But I have a couple of things coming up where I have like a sleep study in August, and I'm going to follow up with my doctor. We are kind of on the lookout for potentially an autoimmune disease. And so like the 1.6 update came out, and I like worked nonstop. Like within 2 weeks, I had 100 hours of gameplay edited into like a 100-minute video, and it kind of wrecked me. And there's nothing wrong with the video or the series, but I'm like a little hesitant to get back into it. Is that it kind of doesn't make sense? Hopefully it kind of does. I do want to get back to either that farm or another big 100 days type thing, because they're a lot of fun. I really enjoy them. I like the planning and the strategic part. People enjoy them. I get a lot of awesome comments and a lot of really good like engagement. People really care, and it gets a really wide audience, which is cool, because then there are new people and I get to get even more new perspectives on things. But I'm a little bit nervous. I want to see how well fish smoking does late game. Well, I'll give you a spoiler. I'll give you a spoiler in regards to that. I have played a few days since the 100 Days video came out, and at the end of the first bit, like the end of the first video, I picked up the extended family quest, and I went ahead and spent 1 day catching legends, and I think I caught either 9 or 10 legend 2s at gold quality. And with those smoked at gold quality with artisan, I think I don't quote me on the math because I don't remember, but I want to say they're worth like 30 to 40,000 ish each. Maybe more? I really don't remember. I haven't looked at it in so long. But you definitely can't... Can you move, please? Thank you. That's not something you can replicate, like, all the time. But you can make a pretty serious chunk of change just over the course of a couple of days. And I only did 1 day of that because, honestly, it was kind of stressful. I did not enjoy, like, high-level catching, like, all day, an entire day of it. And I did not want to do it for, like, a 3-day period. But, yeah, I made a good chunk of money. Double trap bobber, I assume? I don't remember, but I would guess that is probably what I did. I believe I started trying to use quality bobber, and I just was not able to get the success with that I wanted. Because I was really hoping to get Iridium Legends to smoke. What do we got here? Nothing. All right. Excellent. So anyway, like I was saying, that's not something you can do every day. That's a pretty unique circumstance that you can only take advantage of when the quest pops up for you. I'm also interested in... There have been a couple of changes since the 1.6 update dropped. I'm curious what the catch rate for lava eel at the caldera is like now. I tried to shoot the gap, but it didn't work. Because I haven't messed around with that since like the very first couple of days of 1.6. But depending on how many of those you can pull in a day, you can make some serious money there too. And if you're feeling like extra spicy, I'm also a little bit curious about the goodness gracious, what is the bait called? The bait that if you catch 3, but each time you let a fish off the hook for a second, it goes down. I just gotta look. Challenge bait. There we go. I'm really curious about digging into the challenge bait. But I haven't done anything with it. And I don't know that I would want to do that necessarily like in a video like that. I think that's more something I would want to examine independently. I don't usually like to experiment with new ideas unless it's like the core of the run, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want to find out that something is not working the way I was hoping after spending like a week on it. It's just called being a little bit pretentious, maybe. I don't know. What do I have in here anyway? Oh, it's the stupid feeding animals quest. And I can't turn it in because it's farming. I mean, I could. The rules are so loose. We've broken them so many times. But whatever. Today, not today. Today I gotta stick to my guns. When can you make tree fertilizer? We don't really have a good way to get stone. Otherwise, that could be an interesting thought. But right now, we have to buy all of the stone that we want, and I don't know that it's worth it. I love speed boosting items. But it's always so sad when your Joja Cola wears off. Ooh, nice. Piece of iron. 2 pieces of iron. Heck yeah. Going back to my legendary difficulty run on Skyrim. Over 2,000 hours into Skyrim total, beating Stardew at number 2 with over 1,000. You listening? Thank you so much. Have fun. I love Skyrim. I've not played Skyrim in a long time because I am one of the many people that will open up Skyrim and be like, you know what? I kind of need to get some mods going. And then I'll spend a day getting all of my mods ready and everything prepared. And then I'll be like, okay, well, I don't want to play Skyrim anymore. But I think that I'm not so unique in that as I think I am. Or as I once thought I was, I should say. It's a fairly common problem. I think we're going to run out of trees on the farm fairly soon here. We're going to have to start going out into the world. I have a big yellow bar on my YouTube studio app. Are you guys having... What does this even say? What does this even... Now it's gone. Okay, as soon as I go over to see what's wrong, it's like, just kidding. I was just trying to get your attention. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. Oh? Okay. Let me see. Do I have my VPN on? No, I don't. Well, what the heck? I guess we'll just keep going for a little bit, and if it gets really bad, maybe it'll drop off, but I don't see drop frames, so I don't know what YouTube's talking about. Is what it is. That's kind of frustrating. Looks fine. Refreshed. When you said that, Cam yelled at me. I have that problem with a few games. Another one is Mountain Blade, Warband, or Bannerlord rather now, I guess. I'll load it up and be like, I really like this game, but there are a couple of things that I wish were included, and I know there's a mod for that. And then I'll find all of those mods, get them all installed, open up my game and be like, yeah, I'm good. I'm all right. I have a similar but not identical Sims situation, which is actually just called open up Sims, see all the new cool DLC that's come out since the last time I've played it, spend like $40 on some dumb DLC, and then play it for 2 weeks, and then never look at it again for like another year. Which is what Dani and I have been doing for like the past week, when I'm not doing like other recording things. So, we did not have this pack before, but we just got the, whatever the horse care pack is, and she's living her best, yeehaw horsey girl life. And just having a blast with it. She takes care of a whole bunch of horses. I stomp on grapes all day and make definitely not wine. It's nectar. We're incredibly wealthy from those two things, I guess. And she has so many horses that she is stressed about it. And she has bad dreams about like her household because she can't maintain it because there's too much going on in The Sims. So she was like having a nightmare basically the other night about how she couldn't keep up with everything in The Sims. And I just think that's cute. And I mean that in a very loving way, not in a condescending way. Sims is my favorite dress-up game. Tell him he's playing Add-on Simulator. Okay, my problem with Sims, Scout Sarah says, I tell him he's playing Add-on Simulator. Next comment. My problem with Sims is I spend hours installing all the free player-created stuff, and then I don't feel like playing. Sounds like you're playing Add-on Simulator. All right, look at that. 13 mushrooms. You love to see it. And do you guys remember, not so long ago in the past, when I said, I got to remember to get my mushrooms on odd-numbered days? Well, guess what? It's an even-numbered day. I don't think I went in there yesterday. Dang it. $12.76 out of 1,500 experience here. Doing pretty okay. Doing pretty all right. Dang, we have a lot of tree seeds. Maybe I should just be turning the... Let's just sell this. Maybe I should turn those tree seeds into snacks. I don't know. I feel like by the time I'm out of energy each day, I'm about ready to move on anyway, so I think we're good. I like the setup stage more than the gameplay, too. That has been my problem with The Sims. And what will happen is I'll create a new, like, household. And I really don't like playing with more than one character in a household, so I'll create a new household, I'll give myself a task. I'll start with no money. I'll do my little rags to riches thing. And then I will get done with my little task, and I'll be like, well, I guess I'm done playing. Time to make a new household and start all over again. Hey, Nooblet. Welcome in. Why are we not tapping trees again? Copper is kind of a tough resource for me to acquire right now. So mostly that. But you're correct that I should be doing that. Get in there. Okay, there we go. All right, we'll just save all of that stuff, I think, for now. Once we finish the foraging stage here, we'll do some like general upgrades with our money from all of our skills, like we were kind of saying. Thinking either a farm upgrade, or it might be really nice to do some coop upgrades, or just one coop upgrade, honestly, and just consolidate. Would be pretty handy. In response to the question, are you winning? I gotta say, probably not. I feel like I'm not winning. I feel like I'm just kind of existing at this point. But we are moving in the right direction. I mean, we have completed one skill, and also Willie gave me a level in fishing, but we have completed farming. So I guess we're like 20% winning. Oh, got him. Absolutely broke that slime's ankles. Okay, I need to hang on to this snow yam because I want to actually be able to mix seeds instead of just like selling everything like we did in the with the fall stuff. Nice twitch there. Still worked. Amazing. Can't stop me. It's kind of nice that every day we're adding one more mushroom log. And I'll be able to keep doing that for a while. We still have, like, I don't know, 200 moss or something like that at home. Yeah, I'm not doing any little hide and seek right now. That's not... I mean, that kind of is foraging, actually. But we're not doing it. I mean, you're playing Stardew Valley. That's always a win. I don't know. I think we're doing all right. Let's go ahead and just get a little path through here, though. Beautiful. Love it. I should maybe be putting my tappers off the farm, though, because there are trees out in the world that I have not cut down. You know what I should do, actually, is in between streams... if I were smart and dedicated and good at my job, I would design like a little mushroom log layout that we could place somewhere, either on the farm or off. I don't know that I will do that, but that is probably what I should be doing. Oh, hey, it is Saturday today, so let's actually do a loop around the whole town here. Ooh, chicken statue. And some coal. Fantastic. Sorry if this has been asked already. Does digging in the clay farming pattern for winter root count as foraging for this challenge? The problem is that pattern does not work anymore. So I did go down to the beach and I spent a day just digging around looking for stuff. But with the 1.6 update, the pattern that was used for like clay farming does not exist. Unless you use the older version of that generation, which we did not do. I have something important to say. You are now breathing manually. Joke's on you. I don't breathe. That's actually a joke on me. And it only happens when I'm sleeping. Man, there's a lot of forage today. This is excellent. We're going to hit level 7. That's awesome. I think tomorrow will probably be our last day, or sometime fairly soon. I want to be done in the next about 20 minutes. It depends. That could be one day. That could be a couple of days. But just a heads up. Feels when we have the same joke, but you beat me to it. Got him. We haven't been doing any donations, but I will go ahead and sell anything we dig up. Rip clay farming? Yeah, basically. We needed clay just to get like a silo up. Which, I mean, we didn't really need a silo. Like, I have pockets, but whatever. Anyway, we needed some clay, and I had to, like, just spend a couple of days actually looking for it instead of just farming for it. I mean, I guess I did farm for it. The pattern didn't work. There's a lot of words to say basically nothing. Bum, 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 bum. When you get to fishing, are you going to do all the crab pots? I am not sure what I'm going to do with fishing, because fishing is going to be so easy. I almost feel like we should do something unusual with it, like do crab pots only or something like that, because otherwise, I mean, if all of my other skills are at 10 and I have like all of the support that I need in terms of like food and like crafting materials, I feel like we could whip through fishing in like a week and a half. In fact, I know we could, because that is usually what I do in the beginning of spring. So it could be kind of like a nice capstone to feel very, very powerful and successful after a bunch of struggling. Maybe I should do that one after combat, so it'll be a nice change of pace. I'm terrified of getting to combat. Combat is going to be pretty gnarly. I think we're just going to be resetting Shadow Brute floors over and over and over and over and over again. And the problem with that is the Joja room that combat would most closely tie into is the bus. Because, like, for mining, we have the mine carts. For foraging, we have the quarry. For fishing, we have the shining rock. For farming, we did the greenhouse. So where does that leave us? I don't think that's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have something going on in the background. Maybe we could do window in window and, like, watch a movie or something. Maybe we could play Jackbox while we do combat. I'm not sure. That would definitely mean I would die, though, because I would stop paying attention. In the game. In the game. Sorry, I would die in the game. Don't worry. Don't worry. I swear I saw a GDQ Skull Caverns 100 speedrun. So I know they did that. They got a world record, didn't they? Anyway, the pattern still does exist. You just have to select it at the creation of your game file. It's like a legacy option now. I did not watch the speedrun. I just saw people celebrating. So I don't know if that's what they did. But that option exists in 1.6 still. It's just not a default anymore. And I don't really like clay farming to begin with. So it's no skin off my back to lose it, to be awesome. To be honest. Well, we're not using most of our farm, but it is looking a lot better out here. It was starting to get really stressful by the time we wrapped up farming. I kind of dreaded walking out of my door in the morning to look at all this. But by the time we get to spring, I mean, I don't think we'll be into mining yet, but we'll have a good head start. Never liked it either. Yeah, I mean, it has its place. It's cool as something that's in the game that you can do. I just personally don't enjoy it. I'm not trying to be like, people shouldn't clay farm. Like, it's a single-player game. Unless they're doing a multiplayer speed run on GDQ. No, I'm just kidding. But it's just not my thing. But it's hard to argue with how much you can make pretty quickly, too. Let's drop everything off here and kind of weed it out a little bit. Actually, I would rather keep the normal crocuses. I'd rather keep the normal ones of everything. So let's dump some of this junk. I'll go ahead and sell the totems, I think. We found those from foraging. That seems fair. I should maybe keep... no. Get out of here. I need the cash. Thinking I should maybe keep the crystal fruit, because if we could get some of those through the dehydrator, that would be pretty handy, but... until we get to level 10 in foraging, I don't know, feels like kind of a trap. Oh, we got some winter seeds now. So we're not really growing anything outside anymore, but I am definitely willing to grow some winter seeds inside the greenhouse, for sure. Here, please get off my farm. What do we got here? Festival of Ice tomorrow. Unfortunately, that is kind of like a fishing thing. So, no thanks. As much as I said I really need to, like, not be picky. No, I really have to. I have to. I don't want to pick those mushrooms. I want them all to be on the same timer. But that's just my little, like, reptilian brain. That's not actually helpful. Oh, right. I gotta go to the other barn. What's the finish line for finishing this challenge? Finish the CC? I got some bad news for you, Madeline. We went Joja. And that is the finish line, yes. We'll see. We could continue on into Mastery. I have a feeling by the time I get that far, I'm going to be ready to do something else. Powder melon, couple days. I think we'll do our winter seeds after all of that stuff is up. I don't want to be watering those every day, so sorry. I guess we could go, let's go check the traveling cart though. And do I have more sprinklers? No, I don't. Oh, that's right. I lined the whole top of the greenhouse with sprinklers just to be kind of dumb. Well, let's check the traveling cart. She might have some. She's had a lot of sprinklers this playthrough, actually. Hashtag Noja. Play farming is great for the challenge of competitive. It's lackluster for casual playthrough and certain challenge runs. Yeah, it's got its niche. It is very useful in specific situations. A shirt. I kind of like that. Unfortunately, it's kind of like winter right now, so maybe I'll keep the jacket. But you know what? We'll save that for later. Nothing here I need. Take pride in never getting the Joja achievement. Meh. Just like clay farming, I think it has its place. This particular run, as it is, could not exist without Joja. We could have obviously made some changes to the way we ran it, but it was helpful that I had the option to get all of this stuff without having to do the donations, or that I will have the option at some point for everything. But I get it. It doesn't feel quite on brand for the farmer. A little strange. Planning on making a full Joja run soon where I can only pick mean options. I have kind of a very short and funny story about that. My first ever JoJo run was many, many, many years ago, like 2018 probably. And I did not know very much about the NPCs at that point. I wasn't really like a big Stardew nerd or anything. I really liked the game. I used to play a lot of like Harvest Moon and stuff, and it tapped into that for me. So I figured I would do a excuse me. Sorry. I figured I would do a full JoJo run and be a baddie. And I was like, who can I marry in my JoJo run that will be perfect as my accomplice? And since I didn't really know much better, I decided Haley would be perfect. So I started romancing her, thinking I would get like this kind of like superficial relationship between my like corpo takeover farmer guy and the single lady in town that like looks down on everyone around her. But no, she becomes just a complete sweetheart, and this wasn't implemented at the time, but she now, with like the 14 heart scene, actually does like a cakewalk fundraiser thing for the kids to get new books for school, and like does more for the villagers than you ever see Lewis actually doing. But I did still do the JoJo run. I do like the placement of the movie theater when you go JoJo route. But generally speaking, I guess it kind of depends. I would honestly say for our themed like weird streams, I'm probably like 50-50. I have not done a JoJo like video though, or at least not like a lengthy one. This is fun. Thanks for stopping in, Liz. I appreciate it. What else do we want to do today on this beautiful Sunday afternoon? Not much. I think I will just burn through the rest of my energy, and then we'll probably call it a day today. Chevron, welcome in. Hello, Leapalot. Hope you, the wife, and the pups are all in perfect health and staying cool. Love the streams. Glad to catch you live. Thanks so much. I appreciate that. We're doing pretty well, yeah. Dani just got a pretty substantial and important promotion. So that's awesome. It's like we were at the point where we were thinking there was nowhere else she could go without going back to school to get her master's. The library field, for reasons I don't really need to probably get into, is very focused on qualifications at some locations, and the appearance of like being a professional not employer, but I guess like line of work maybe is the best way to say that. So there are a lot of places that they're like, you need to have your master's in library science before we'll even consider you for XYZ. So to get like a librarian position was a big deal for her, as opposed to being like a library associate. It doesn't mean anything different to the people that you speak with on a day-to-day basis, but for folks that are in library work, they probably understand that it's a pain in the butt. Congratulations. Yeah, thank you. She's pretty stoked. Today is her first day in her new role. And next week is her first week in her new schedule, which means stream schedule is going to change as well, which means I will be live probably on Wednesdays. Missed that? Congrats to Dani. Yeah, I will definitely make sure to send everyone's congratulations and well wishes. She was super duper duper stressed, so She's happy happy to be done with the interview process, happy to be in the position, happy to start building out her team, because the library that she's at, she is basically in charge of now. There's like someone that oversees multiple locations, but is more of like an administrative kind of behind the scenes role, and she will be the person that is there. She's basically like a general manager, but also in charge of all of the particulars of actual like library service. So it's not something I would want to do. It sounds so stressful and like so much work, but she does really enjoy it. And yeah, it's been a long time coming. Same time on Wednesday, most likely. I would guess. Yeah, I feel like I really should start saving. Okay. Oh wait, no, that's a snow yam. I got all excited for nothing. Antiquity shirt. I don't think I really want to wear that. No, that's not really my vibe. I just I'm not feeling that one. Is it like data library or libraries? It's like public libraries, yeah. Library. Glad you're doing well. Thank you so much. Look at this. That's beautiful. I don't think I've seen this. That's so cute. Little butterfly floating around. Okay, well, that's really cool. I love that. Have an animal question, if that's all right. How many coops barns do you usually run, and how many animals per building? Honestly, I don't like usually having more than one of each, just because it becomes such a big part of your day eventually. And I have a lot of other things that I want to try and get done during my day. So I usually do 1 deluxe of each. I usually stack up a whole bunch of piggies and then like 1 or 2 of everything else. And then like 1 or 2 of each other animal. Okay. Let me see where we're at. I'm going to poke my head outside and just kind of look around. So that I can try and imprint into my brain what is happening on this farm. Beautiful. 1 mushroom log is done. Got some purple ones coming in. In the spring, I should try and relocate all of this, probably to be around, I want to say oak trees are probably our best bet right now, right? I don't remember. It's an even day. I'll never remember it, but we got to check our mushrooms. We got some winter seeds grown. No, I don't yet. That's right. I was going to wait for this to come in. Maybe I won't do that. That's a long time still. I could stage it tomorrow when the powder melons are done. We could do 9 for now. Okay, well, anyway, I'm going to call it for tonight. Thank you guys for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys had some fun. If you did and you haven't yet, I would appreciate it if you just leave a like on the video. It really does help. And if you're not subscribed, you could probably do that too. Or not. Whatever. But either way, hope you guys had some fun. And like I said, I'll be back next week, assuming nothing weird goes on Wednesday. So thanks, everybody. Have a good one.